What's going on? How you doing? I got a question about the pandemic I want to know. One serious question I must ask. How come more people ain't learned how to cook? One of the things about the pandemic is that health is a very big issue. And what you digest, what you intake, you know, where didn't it seem that it created more people to learn how to cook? Because food is a big essential part of your life. And I often wonder that when I see, how it seems that, and I understand when people got families and they want to get a quick meal or something like that, but I'm thinking, shouldn't you budget more towards taking care of yourself? I mean, a lot of places didn't know how things were going to be. And there were actually people such as myself who I know, like when it comes to like my personal time or something like that, I'm not going to these places. I'll eat out to take out or to take outside or something. I don't want to really deal with the conflict of interest of dealing with a lot of social situation. I don't think this is the time. Not for a while. Mm-mm. But I wonder why the pandemic didn't make people more independent with clearing food wise, uh, other factors. It's a realistic question. It's one of them situations that you gotta ponder. Like, why didn't it make people do more to gather, for themselves and take care of themselves? Food, clothing, shelter, just the basic necessities. Because you kind of look at it like, when people get their money, stimulus money, and they buying expensive food or expensive clothing stuff, and it's like, it's not. It's listen. Necessities are taking care of yourself and your shelter. However, I'm looking at it like the expenses are a bit much. But correct me if I'm wrong. But I would think that when you have a crisis of such magnitude, that it would constitute you being a little bit more resourceful for yourself first and foremost. But tell me, what happened during the pandemic that made you enlightened, that made you switch certain things that you did? For me, it's like going into a lot of places, like a handful tops, and just keeping things to a minimum. But what's been the biggest changes you dealt with during the pandemic life? And do you think you'll ever want to go back to what you remember? Or have you changed your philosophy about how you interact with certain things? Please feel free to give me your thoughts and your comments. How pandemic life changed your eating, socializing. You know, I'm not comfortable with going to too many places at all. I don't want to see no bowling alley. I don't want to see nobody's church buildings, department store, stuff like that, really. It's like a handful of places. I don't really want to go in anybody's bank. Just don't really feel like that. And I think that they all kind of add up, you know. And also, I know how to cook, so I do most cooking. So it really don't want to be in a situation where you're spending money on stuff that you can make pretty much at your crib. But anyway, give me your thoughts and your takes. I welcome thoughts and comments. Please hit the like, the subscribe. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. And you got one life to live. Make the most of it. Blessings and peace. I'm out.